Hey boys and girls, today we are going to be making Heart Map Passion Project Valentines together. We're going to create Valentines of the things that you love. If you're here in person, we're going to hang them up around school. If you are at home, I hope that you hang them up at home. And this goes along with Leader in Me. We've been doing a lot of Leader in Me this year, talking about how to be great leaders. And part of that is knowing what you love and what you're passionate about in order to help others and share what you love most. And that's important. So we're going to go ahead and first of all, I want you to decide and start thinking about what makes you happy. So think about 3 things that you love that make you really, really happy. It could be your favorite school subject, favorite season, holiday, could be your birthday, could be friends or family, nature, animals and pets, trips. It could be hobbies that you do that you love, sports that you play, songs that you enjoy. I want you to think of 3 things that you love most. Are you thinking about it? And then, just like Mrs. Autry, you are going to be using this for your artwork today. I chose holidays, my family, and giving and helping to others. Okay, for this project, here is what you're going to need. You will need a glue stick or a glue bottle. You will need scissors. You will need crayons or oil pastels. I used oil pastels, but if you don't have them, then you can just use crayon, that's fine. And also, you will need a heart stencil, which you trace around. You can have a grown-up make that for you at home. In the classroom, I have them for you, or you can just draw a heart on your white paper. You're going to need, lastly, some different color construction paper. Hopefully you have some different colors that you can use at home. Okay, the very first thing that you are going to do today is you are going to take your white paper I hope that you can see the outline of that. You're going to take your white paper. You're going to take your stencil, if you have one. If you don't have a stencil, then you can just draw a big, 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 big heart. You're going to take a pencil or something to draw with. You're going to hold this down tight with one hand. And this is called tracing when we go slowly around the shape. Okay, so now you have your big, big heart. If you're just drawing it, try to draw as big as you can, all the way from the top down to the bottom. Your paper should be going horizontal side to side. Okay, now the next thing that you're going to do is you are going to choose your 3 things and you're going to decorate on your heart. So you might want to pause the video and go ahead and do that. But you're going to first put your name in the middle of your heart. And you're going to make it look really fun and fancy. You can use either oil pastels or crayons. Okay? I'm just going to use crayon. And you're going to write your name nice and big in the middle of the heart. You can write your first name and your last name, or just your first name, whatever is easiest for you. Nice and big in the middle of your heart. And you can decorate that and add other colors or designs, however you want. Okay, after you write your name in the middle, you are going to choose your 3 things that you love that make your heart happy, and you're going to either write the words or draw pictures. If writing the words is hard for you and you don't have help with that, then you can just draw pictures. Draw 3 pictures or 3 words. I did both. I did the words and the pictures. Okay? So I'm just going to do this kind of quickly so that I can show you what to do next. And it's fun to use different colors. And it's always fun to decorate. So I want you to take your time today to decorate this really nice and fancy. You can use markers too. I didn't mention that, but I'm also using markers, whatever you have. And you can add some hearts since this is close to Valentine's Day. It's a Valentine's Day project. And I love using, excuse me, oil pastels for drawing cute little pictures. You can also use your crayons, but use whatever you have to color little pictures. So if, like, for the people, for my family, I just did little heads. But guys, you don't have to do the same thing as Miss Autry. In fact, I hope that yours are a little bit different than mine and that you use your creativity to come up with other ideas. Okay. Just did little eyes. Oil pastels are nice because you can just color over the top and it works. Like, you can do color on top of color and it just shows up. It blends really, really nicely. Okay. So as soon as you're done decorating this, I want you to spend a lot more time on it. But when you're finished decorating it, what you're going to do next is you're going to take your crayons or your oil pastels, and I chose 3 colors. And you're just going to make design lines going around your heart. And you'll see it looks really nice when you're done. So you're going to hold your paper tight. Go nice and slow, and I'm making lines that look like a railroad track. I'm going all the way around my heart and I'm making railroad tracks. So my lines go right on top of the heart line that I drew. Okay? So I'm taking a second color. Make sure you use lots of different colors today. It's always fun to use a variety of colors. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do purple. Actually, I'm going to do pink because I haven't used much pink yet. So once you get to the 3rd color, it's kind of hard to fill it in. Just put them wherever you see space. But make sure you're going over that line and go into the heart. Go into the heart. Make sure you're going across the line like you're doing railroad tracks. And go into the heart. Okay, next you're going to need your scissors. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut as closely as you can along this line. Go nice and slow when we cut. I hold my paper tight with one hand and I cut slowly with the other. I'm going to cut that off because I don't need it. That helps me hold it here and turn. Okay, and then I'm going to keep going around, trying to follow the line. My scissors are right on top of that line. Okay, you can get rid of your scraps at the end of class. And if you're at home, you can throw them away. So now you have your decorated heart, and it looks really beautiful, and it has these fun design lines going around it that I did in oil pastel. Okay? Now, next, you're going to take your big sheet of construction paper. You're going to take your heart, and you're going to glue it onto the middle of your construction paper. I'm going to take my heart, I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to roll up my glue stick. If you have glue bottle, then you're just going to do dot, dot, not a lot, all the way around. With my glue stick, I roll it up just a little bit. It has some clumpies on it, and that's okay. I'm going to hold my heart tight with one hand, and I'm going to draw all around the back with my glue. Make sure you hold the heart down. Go all the way around it with your glue. Okay. When you're done, roll, roll, roll your glue stick down and click the cap on tight. Let's listen to it click. Okay, I'm going to take this and make sure that you glue it down right in the middle of your paper, because if you do it in the wrong place, you won't be able to cut it out with a pretty border. So let's put it right in the middle of your paper, right in the middle, and we're just going to tap it down tight. Normally, I would ask you to rub it with your hands, but because we're using oil pastel, we don't want it to smear all over, so we are going to tap it down tight. Just push it down all over. Next, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut around your heart. You're going to leave a big, 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 big space because you want it to look like a border, which is an area around the heart. You want to leave some of it. So I'm holding it with one hand and I'm cutting around. I like to do a little wiggle with my scissors so it looks like a wiggly line, kind of a scalloped line going around. You can do it however you want. Okay. Now if you have time, you will keep decorating. Use your oil pastels if you have them. They're so fun for this. And I did a zigzag line. I hold my heart nice and tight and I did a zigzag line going around the outside. Okay. And hold it tight, press down nice and hard. If you're using crayons, same thing, press down nice and hard so you get that bright, bright, pretty color all the way around. And then it's fun to take another color. I did a bright color yellow and do little triangles or little shapes all the way around, just to kind of add some fun design. You can decorate however you would like. One last thing that I did is I took some extra little scraps of paper and I cut out squares. And then I took my little squares and I cut little hearts out. You don't have to do that, but you can. And put a little glue and glue some extra hearts down onto your big heart. Okay. Another thing I did is I took my scissors when I was finished with the whole thing and I added some fringe. I just cut little lines around the outside. It just adds some texture. Texture is how something feels, and it adds a little texture. Okay, boys and girls, good luck on creating your Valentine heart project today. Your passion project, what you love, your 3 things that you love. I'm so excited to hang these up around school, and I'm really excited to see yours at home. I can't wait to see which 3 things you choose. Have a wonderful day and happy creating.